Hi, I'm Neve.
And I'm Dean.
The WITH project, Wellbeing in the Home, is a guide for young people on parental mental health.
Mental health is just like physical health. It's well-being in how a person thinks, feels and behaves. It's about the relationship with yourself, with others, and your abilities to deal with life's demands.
If you have a parent with a mental health difficulty, then you might be wondering, what's going on? Where did this come from? How did they get it?
A mental health difficulty affects people in the brain, and it changes the way they think, feel and behave.
When someone has a mental health problem, they might have intense emotions like sadness or worry, or they might have thoughts that get in the way of their usual daily life, or they might behave in different ways like doing unusual things or not wanting to see people.
So perhaps you've noticed that your parent has changed a bit in their mental health. Or they're saying or doing things that confuse or worry you, or maybe they've always been this way.
It's important to remember that they're not doing this deliberately. A mental health difficulty affects the brain.
No one is 100% sure what causes mental health problems, but a lot of people have studied it. So here's a small piece of what they've come up with. Just like the body gets sick, the mind can get sick too. But that doesn't mean that you can catch a mental health problem like you can catch a cold.
Some people believe a mental health difficulty comes from a mixture of 3 different things. Chemicals in the brain that become a bit imbalanced.
A long period of intense emotions or worries and stresses that build up and become too much to deal with.
Outside stresses like losing a job or a relationship breakup or things like that.
The main thing to remember is that not everyone is the same. Some people can have worries or strong emotions or have stuff happening in their life and they don't experience a mental health difficulty.
And for others, the build-up of one or a mix of these things gets too much and they start to feel unwell.
Some people also think that trauma can cause problems with mental health.
So what is trauma? That's an experience that is deeply upsetting or difficult to cope with, like what we talked about earlier, such as losing a job, a relationship breakup, a bereavement, or other stresses like that.
But it can also be an accident, or violence, or being treated badly over a long period of time. And for some people, trauma can be so upsetting that they can't get it out of their head. There's even a mental health problem called post-traumatic stress disorder that results from trauma.
Something else you might be wondering about is whether this is also going to happen to you. Having a parent with a mental health difficulty does not mean that you'll get one too.
You might notice that you have feelings or thoughts that seem a lot to cope with. And they're emotions. And that's all a part of being you.
Everyone has emotions. But somebody with a mental health difficulty is likely to have intense and extreme emotions, like sadness or anxiety. And these can go on for months and months, even years for some people.
If your parent has a mental health problem, you may have heard stuff that makes you think that you're the one who caused it, or is making it worse. And that's just not true.
It's not your fault. And the good news is, just like physical health difficulties, people with mental health difficulties can choose to do things to help them get better.
Make sure to check out our YouTube channel, Wellbeing in the Home, Getting Better, down below, to learn about some of them. And while you're at it, you might also want to check out the video Looking After You, just to get some ideas about helping you manage your own feelings. Try to find someone to talk over some of your problems with. Might be a parent or a family friend, or that one good adult. Or the Childline helpline, and the number for that one is on the screen right now. And it doesn't have to be a crisis to call them. They've trained people you can talk to at any time, and it's all private.
There's lots of other information you might find helpful on the yourmentalhealth.ie website.
And make sure to check out some of the other videos on our YouTube channel.
Take good care of yourself.